In free agency, the Broncos bring back Jeff Heuerman. They have already got Troy Fumagalli and Jake Butt, but this year's draft class of tight ends, really, really talented. I'm Matt Boyer alongside Andrew Mason, breaking down that tight end position, Mace. And at the top of the list, a guy from Iowa who exploded at the Combine, Noah Fant.
Exploded. He had the best all-around workout, I thought, of any player, any position, Noah Fant. But he's not just a workout warrior. The tape is there as well. 18 touchdowns over the last 2 years at Iowa. Great route runner, especially in the red zone. He probably needs to work on his blocking a little bit, but this sort of talent level, this sort of combination of traits doesn't come along very often at tight end. 4.5 speed. Now his teammate, TJ Hockenson, also an outstanding tight end at Iowa, his speed 4.7. That's really the big difference between the two of them. Hockenson, some think he may go higher. I think he may end up going behind Fant, but just because that 4.5 speed for Fant is rare compared to the 4.7 speed of Hockenson. But he's a better blocker right now, and so he's going to be a first-round pick. But 2 first-rounders potentially from one school at tight end, unbelievable. They both want to be the next George Kittle.
We always hear from guys in the Broncos locker room that big-time players make big-time plays in big-time games, and nobody, arguably, has played in more big games than Irv Smith Jr. from Alabama.
Yeah, and keeping up the tradition of Alabama tight ends, of course. O.J. Howard from Alabama went to Tampa Bay in the first round a couple of years ago. Wouldn't surprise anybody if Irv Smith goes in the first round. He doesn't have the same speed as O.J. Howard, but he's a better blocker coming out. If you're looking for an all-around tight end who can go inline, in space, is a good route runner, and can execute pro blocking concepts like they run at Alabama, Irv Smith is a good fit for you. He's a plug-and-play guy. Irv
Smith, 6'4", 241, put him next to Jeff Heuerman. Those are 2 big targets for the Broncos. Your sleeper, Mace, a guy wearing that historic 18 jersey for the LSU Tigers, Foster Moreau.
Foster Moreau, they didn't use him as often as they could have, and so you looked at the numbers on him and you kind of went meh, and then you watched him on film and then watch him down at the Senior Bowl. That's where he really popped out to me. Seeing him get open in the red zone, he kind of uses a little bit of a head bob to create separation when he's running his routes. Reminds me a little bit of Owen Daniels. And when we talked to him down at the Senior Bowl, Matt, he was working with the 49ers, and he was very excited about that opportunity because he knew what the 49ers did with George Kittle, and of course, Rich Scangarello bringing those concepts to Denver. He'd be a good fit. The other thing with Foster Moreau, right behind Noah Fant as far as tight ends who had outstanding combine workouts. When LSU used him, he was effective. They didn't use him very often, but he should be a prolific pass catcher and a good blocker at the next level, and also a very intelligent player.
Foster started the last 26 games of his collegiate career. Also a team captain, Mace. I know the Broncos have had success with that formula in the past.
Well, 2018, there was basically a template. Guys who were team captains, who had exhausted their college eligibility or had graduated but still had 1 year left. Foster Moreau fits neatly in that. And if the Broncos choose to go back to that template for 2019, he's someone they could be looking at in the middle rounds that could provide the production they need.
A very deep class at tight end. Keep it tuned right here for continuing coverage of our NFL draft previews. But for now, for Andrew Mason, I'm Matt Boyer. We'll see you next time.